Hola.
Bonjour.
Ni hao.
Hello, welcome to Mouse People. We are coming to you today with
Reagan.
And Brian.
And my name is Maria, and we are so glad that you're here today. And we hope that you find some benefit out of today's discussion, because we are here to talk about how to beat the heat in Walt Disney World, because we have a trip in 7 days from our filming date in July. So we're gonna be pretty hot. So please, today you need a cool beverage. How about some seltzer or some sparkling water? And let's talk Disney. All right, so Reagan, this was one of your big questions, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I don't know about any of you, but there's like glistening, there's glowing, there's like sparkling. I sweat.
I sweat too.
Yeah. You don't sweat?
I glisten.
You glisten? All right. So we have to be real about this and how we can handle this heat. So do you have a couple questions for us about it?
I have one question.
Okay.
How do I stay cool at Disney
don't.
in July?
That's a good question. Probably one of the main things is planning ahead. We've kind of talked a little bit about our itinerary or our game plan in general, that the mornings and late afternoons are the cooler time to go. Right in the heat of the day from like 11 to 3 is when the sun feels the hottest, and then you also have a lot of afternoon showers in Florida. So we try to do things in the morning or in the evening, and then midday be out of the sun, back at the resort, or at least indoors in air conditioning to kind of rejuvenate during those times. So that's one of the ways, just not planning to overdo it, because a lot of people do plan to overdo it and then they run out of fuel, and then
It's like our very first time at Disney.
Yeah.
The very first time we were at Magic Kingdom, it was July, and it was blazing hot, and we did rope drop.
Yeah, right at the
And-
beginning, right before
Yes.
it opens is rope
Yes.
drop.
So by, I don't know, it was like 11, we were like, seriously, like I was just like miserable. I'm like, I just want to go home. And I remember as we decided, we were all crabby because we hadn't eaten either. And so I remember we were walking to leave and go back to the resort for a nap and rejuvenate. And there was this adult woman just on the phone, on the ground, just crying, saying, "I just want to go home." And I was like, "I know how you feel." So you can. It can really get to you, no matter how much you're saying you're prepared for it. You really have to take it seriously, and we'll have some tips here for that.
One of the things is, because you are in the heat, you don't often feel like eating. And so you need to remember to eat just to keep your body fueled. But I wouldn't recommend having that pot roast mac and cheese at noon and then, immediately go on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, because that's
Probably not a good idea.
Not going to match.
No.
But they have a lot of really refreshing snacks. We like the chocolate dipped pineapple, popcorn, and then plan to have a meal like in air conditioning when you can sit down and have that maybe morning or evening when it's cooler. And also staying hydrated. We carry water sometimes. A Hydro Flask is great because it won't have condensation, it won't leak. This is a double-walled water bottle. The double-walled makes it easy to keep it cold all day, even in the Florida heat. You can always just take a sip. And then any of the counter service restaurants that have access to it, you can ask for a large water or a cup of water. Sometimes they even have them made, and then you can either drink that or refill your water bottle. Of course, there's also water fountains around. So, or you can purchase a bottle of water is about $3.50 for a Dasani cold
Something like
water.
that. But realistically, like free, and the best water on property. Where's that? Do you know?
I do.
Where?
Starbucks.
Yeah. So you can go to. There's every Starbucks, or there's a Starbucks in every park in Walt Disney, and they definitely have the best water. It's filtered. That's what makes their coffee and their drinks so good. So you can always go in there. You do have to wait, in the line like everyone else, but you can go in there and get a large, or a venti, ice
I know
water.
you're a Starbucks girl.
I am a Starbucks girl. I'll be drinking my venti waters.
Okay.
Yeah. Or the refreshers are also
Yeah.
awesome.
Refreshers.
And you have another cold drink you like too, don't you?
I like the caramel macchiatos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a cold one too, don't you?
Lots of them, but the cloud macchiatos are really good.
So you can get that and a water.
And water. Perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes getting water can be very heavy. I know some people use Camelbacks. These are like smaller double-walled metal bottles. The boys each have one of these, so that's an option too. It's nice because if you do have at least something on you, you can quench that immediate dying thirst and then plan to have a larger quantity of water when you sit down for dinner. So food, keeping fueled, and keeping hydrated are probably the most important things that I would say to
agree.
start off.
Yeah.
All right, let me set these down. Also, I think it goes kind of with any time you're outside. Sunscreen, if you're going to be in direct sun, and we need to make sure we've got some eye protection, some sunglasses, because your eyes do tend to burn if you're out in the sun too long, and so that's always better for you. Hat, if you like, but you're not a hat guy at Disney sometimes.
No, I've gone through every kind of hat there is at Disney, like the straw, the really light straw ones, I don't even know what fabric. They're not canvas, but they look kind of like canvas, but they're super lightweight. And I kept getting these new hats like each trip. I'd be like, this is going to be great. And you just put it on and it just, no matter what, it's just hot.
Yeah,
so,
cold's in the heat.
The only thing that those do for me was keep the sun off, off my head. So, but you want me
Are you a hat person?
I am not a hat person.
Okay.
They make me hot. Just like Brian, I won't wear them.
Do you wear like visors or anything? Some people do that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't either. So
are we going to talk about these?
We try to stay out of the sun, and a lot of times what I will do is I will bring. This is I know, don't laugh. He laughs at me a lot. This is an umbrella, and it's by Totes, and feel how light this thing is.
Oh, it's crazy light.
Yeah. Right? It's called the Totes, I think it's called the Rains, R-A-I-N-S-E or something like that. And it is a ultra lightweight umbrella. So it doesn't have any of the automatic components, but it is a nice umbrella. We have one for each member of the family. And because it is so compact, I can leave it in the backpack that I carry or a bag that you carry. And it's great because when we have afternoon showers, we have something. But I've also used this at Animal Kingdom when we're waiting in line for the delicious food over in Harambe, and the line is in direct sunlight, and you don't have any control, and you need to get food. So a lot of people in that area will put up an umbrella, and then you just have shade.
Good idea.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people. I notice a lot of other people from different countries too have umbrellas that they'll walk around with. I don't think it's that common in the United States, but it has come in handy. I don't usually carry it around the parks the whole time, but once in a while when you have to stand in a spot or standing outside in a queue for a ride. Yeah. So, still talking about keeping cool?
Still talking about keeping cool.
Because remember that sweating. So
That's very important.
Yeah. So you have a favorite way. Tell us something that you would recommend.
I recommend the cooling towels.
Yeah.
After all the times
You can check it out. Do you have one of those?
these things.
I don't have to get one.
I'm gonna block Maria. These things, you get these really wet with cold water, and any water is cold there because it's so hot it feels cold. And then these immediately, you wring them out, and then you can put them, around your neck. But a lot of times I'll put them on my head just to cool my head down. The boys use these as well, and these travel easy. You just have it around your neck and stuff like that. So this has been for me, the best thing. Keeping cool constantly. It's easy to go by a drinking fountain and get it more wet, and then it seems like it's a whole new air conditioner thing then. So yeah,
I will say that I don't use one too often because to put it under my neck and stuff, it feels still wet to me because the humidity, it doesn't evaporate like it would maybe if you were in like Arizona, so which is part of the cooling part. And I find that sometimes it gets my shirts wet, so I don't use it too much. What do you think about it?
I've had one before and I really like them, so I will probably use one while we're down there.
Awesome.
And to keep cool.
They have this particular one in pink. for the girls.
Ooh, I might need to get myself a pink one.
But,
that one's from Run Disney that we did.
You know, the boys, it is a balance of how much water you put in there, because the boys will soak them and they won't wring them out, and they'll put them around and they'll just be soaking wet down.
It'll just be dripping.
And that's what they like. They like that, but I don't like getting the shirt all wet and stuff. Even though I use quick dry shirts.
Well, that's a good transition.
Okay.
Tell us about that kind of shirt.
I'm almost, this is pretty much all I bring down is quick dry shirts and shorts as well. And we started again, learning trips, like the very first trip we went with the cotton t-shirts and
which we all have, and the Mickey, remember the one with the big Mickey decal on the front?
Oh my gosh, that was the worst thing. And it was cotton and it had this huge Mickey that she had gotten.
The shirt was great. It was really good.
But it was really hot.
The Mickey was massive, and it was like just putting plastic against my whole chest and the whole front of me. And it was like instantly just walk out and you're just pouring sweat. And then I think I had cargo pants as well, like cargo shorts, which were heavy and just not, thick. It was miserable. Like that was the worst mistake I made in terms of clothing. So being comfortable and wearing, the quick dry shirts, because especially if you go on water rides, they dry quickly. Your shorts, everything's just really comfortable. I've seen too many people like with jeans.
Oh yeah,
and
or
you
jean
just
shorts.
Feel for them because you know there's chafing going on down there. And that's not
there's
good.
no good way to have that in that heat. Yeah, and I second that. I think it's a little harder for ladies because when you go to the store, there's not a lot of quick dry.
No.
Like
it's more
clothes.
athletic. Running or that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I have found a few things. These were on the more expensive side, but Dick's Sporting Goods had some cute shorts, and these are by Calia, the Carrie Underwood line, and the fabric is really nice. It has give to it, and it's also a quick dry type of fabric. It doesn't require a belt. It has a little bit of elastic in the back, but it also has a tie so that you can adjust it so it fits your waist, because belts and stuff tend to get kind of heavy too. Yeah. So wearing these shorts with a tank top that is like a quick dry athletic type tank top is a really good option. I think underclothes that are quick dry are good too. And have you heard of a new product for ladies?
I have.
I think it's something I want to look into because some of our viewers might have experience. Maybe you could leave us a comment down below.
Right. Do you want me to share?
Yeah, please.
I purchased for our trip a cooling bra that
I didn't even know these existed.
Cooling panels built into the cup. So I'm hoping that will add some extra coolness to my experience.
I didn't even know. I'm going to look into this too because that is one thing. Because honestly, we do plan to change clothes and underwear, bras, and socks. If you're wearing socks and shoes, we plan that we're going to change at least once a day. We're out in the heat, we come back, we cool or swim or whatever, and then we want to put dry clothes on. So, you're not going to get by with like one bra for the whole, even if you're doing like a 3 or 4 day trip, you need multiples because you just sweat. And then again, since you're in the humidity, not everything dries as quickly. So I'm going to look into that. Yeah.
I purchased it at Soma, so it's fairly new to their line, so we'll see how it works out. I'm excited.
A lot of the travel companies have quick dry underwear and other bras and socks and things like that. So there's a lot of good things. I've ordered stuff on Amazon or sometimes hiking stores. If you have outdoor stores near you, they might have some brands. One of the other things that I like to wear is, this is like a tank top dress, and I'll show you the brand. I don't know really how to pronounce it. Let me set down this stuff. And it's like, is it focusing? Yeah. So you can kind of see the brand. And this is definitely quick dry. And it's a skirt. And it does also have a drawstring right here. And this has been great because since it's a skirt and it's cool, you can't get much less than this. I know some people worry about like getting on and off rides, and so they'll wear like some type of bike short or something like that under it. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But again, this dries really quickly for Splash Mountain or quick, rain showers or that kind of thing. And it's comfortable. And the other thing is, if we have a day where we are scheduled to go to be our guest.
Yay!
Yay! Do you want to meet the Beast?
I do want to meet the Beast.
Are you going to be scared or do you want to hug him?
I'm going to hug him.
Yeah! So that is going to be amazing. That's our one counter service meal. And not counter service, our table service meal at Disney. And sometimes when you're in that heat and now you're going to a nice restaurant, you might want to dress something up. So one of the things that I like is these very lightweight scarves, because you can have this on, you're good to go for the parks, and then you're gonna get inside and now you're gonna get a chill because now there's air conditioning blaring down at you. Woo, I forgot about my ears. And so you can just kind of, wrap this around or however you want to drape it. And now you have something to kind of wrap and keep you warm. This is also nice to have on the buses if you're using Disney transportation because the air conditioning is blaring. And sometimes the boys, if they get tired or something, they like to snuggle with it or,
I do not use the scarf.
No, he doesn't use the scarf.
Come on, Brian.
We could wrap it around. I give you that look or whatever.
Oh, I do that sometimes. I do that with the cooling towel.
But Disney sells a lot of neat ones that you don't really know. They have like some hidden Mickey designs in there. And so those are really fun. I even have an all white, it's almost like a pashmina style one. And I don't know if it shows up on camera, but it has Mickeys. It has hidden Mickeys in it. So that's just a really nice thing for even on the airplane. Yeah. And if you get one that's kind of neutral or, if you have some solids, you can see the Mickeys hidden in there. It's lightweight. It doesn't take up room, or you could even tie it on the handle of your bag.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So those are some of the clothes. Shoes. What are you thinking about footwear?
I have no idea yet. Definitely tennis shoes.
Okay.
I'm a flip-flop wearer, but I don't know how practical that'll be at the park. So I haven't really decided on shoes. What do you guys recommend?
You want to say what you wear first?
Well, we've seen people wearing everything there, and also people with blisters and everything else.
Yeah.
And I wear running shoes, like my most comfortable running shoes. Like I wear all Brooks stuff, or I do have one pair of Nikes, but I wear those, and obviously the low-cut socks.
Yeah.
So I do wear socks because you have to have socks on when you're there. It is a lot of walking, and it's the heat, and then that is something we change also. Socks and shoes.
Yes.
And because we don't want a full day at the park with shoes that might get wet or whatever like that, and so that is something. And I definitely go for the comfort because there's nothing more miserable than you getting a blister or getting
just gonna be uncomfortable.
Being uncomfortable with your feet. Is what you need.
And you like tennis shoes, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're comfortable
in?
in?
Absolutely. I wear Brooks also, so
yeah,
that's what I'll be taking down for sure.
Don't you have a dog and cat shoes?
I do have dog and cat shoes.
That would be awesome. That'd be fun.
They might make the trip to Disney. You never know.
Okay, stay tuned.
Now you said flip-flops. Those actually are, for me, like the kind when I think of flip-flops, or I wear soccer slide type ones. Those are good for like around the resort, walking around the resort and going to the pool and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we take those as well.
Yeah. I'm a little different. I'm not big into tennis shoes. I do have, running shoes, and I usually take them in case we're going to be doing something like that. But I prefer to have this is probably my favorite shoe to wear to the parks. This is nice to have dog hair on there. This is my favorite shoe to wear to the parks. This is a Birkenstock, and the Birkenstocks have a heel cup, and they have, it really holds your foot in, so it doesn't slide off the way a standard flip-flop would, and they have a lot of support in them. They have good tread on the bottom, and they're very comfortable, and this is what I wear at home and where I can walk the dog in them. But again, I take a couple pairs so that even if I'm wearing these half the day, I'll switch and wear a different pair, even if it's the same style, to let them dry out, and so it's not rubbing exactly the same. Also, if I know it's gonna rain, this isn't a good choice because the cork footbed, you don't want that to get wet. So I do have some other alternatives. Both of these are Keens, and these are not very feminine at all, but man, they do the job. I don't have to wear socks with them because I am not that comfortable in socks. But this is great protection for strollers and protecting your toes. And your foot is inside, but it still has airflow. If it rains, you're in good shape, but it's also secure on your feet.
I would comment that you did, I got a pair of these, and I hated them. They were so heavy to me, like way heavier than my Brooks.
They are, well, I don't know, do you think
I
they're
didn't
heavy?
think they were that comfortable.
I do think they're a
heavier shoe.
Yeah.
Because your Brooks are like
Yeah, the Brooks, I mean, if you want shoes that you feel like you're walking on a cloud. Brooks.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, and then I tried to get something a little more feminine. It's still a Keen with the covered toe. It still just has some rub spots for me. It creates some hot spots. So I think you just have to turn to whatever you're most comfortable in, and also plan to, don't try to pack too light that you don't have alternatives to wear. Yeah, so I think that one of the important things is rides and waiting in line, right?
Yes. Staying cool.
Staying cool. What do you think about this bad boy?
I'm impressed.
So, this you can purchase in the parks for a mere $20, which sounds ridiculous. But when it's sitting in a cart full of ice water, and then you can go like
my
this,
name.
and then you can also squirt yourself, and it will mist water on you. What do you think?
I will be purchasing one of these, absolutely.
You can use
You can use one of
It'll
ours.
be my new best friend.
Yeah. It's also nice because it does have a strap. You can just wear it on your shoulder. The kids wear them across. And it Velcros too, so if you want to Velcro it on a bag. If that's a little too bulky, and sometimes it is heavy when it's filled with water. So sometimes we'll just take it dry and the kids, it's like a toy, kind of. They just play with it. And then sometimes they'll squirt us, can I spray you? And you're like, yeah, spray my legs. Disney is great. They have so many choices with personal fans, and this is one from Cars, and there's just a little button so you can just kind of, it's little. And then this is another one we have from the parks, and again, you just turn it on, and
sounds good at night.
Yeah, it spins and it has colors in it. But it's also like a double fan.
That one's pretty nice too.
Yeah, so if you have these, you might want to bring some extra AA batteries.
Yeah.
And once in a while, a mini screwdriver. I usually toss one in my luggage because I do wear glasses and stuff in case I need to tighten up a screw. And then you can change the batteries. I don't think that's focusing, but anyways. So we do like the little personal fans sometimes. But really the boys like them because then it's something fun to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So staying hydrated and fed, having the right clothes on, and the right shoes for all the walking, and some fun things like cooling fans and cooling towels. Those things all help make us more comfortable to enjoy the day.
That's awesome. Yeah. What great tips. You guys are experts.
The main thing is if you start feeling like you're getting too, you've got to, even if you have fast passes, just move it, give them away, don't give them away, but release those fast passes
someone else could use them.
And go to a place to cool down, like Epcot, we go to the DVC lounge there, but like
Carousel of Progress, boom, you get 20 minutes in air conditioning.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Country Bear Jamboree, Hall of Presidents, there's a lot of places you can go. What's the one where the 3D movie?
Oh, Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Yeah, the PhilharMagic.
PhilharMagic, yeah.
Oh, I thought of something else I wanted to share too. One other thing is think about the bag that you're going to carry. If you are somebody that has kids or is going to take a bag, I prefer a bag that could get a little wet, not like a fabric bag. I know a lot of people favor Vera Bradley bags, but they do tend to get weighed down if they get wet. And also, I like something that is going to sit off of my back a little. I see some people with practically like having school book bags or hiking backpacks, and it's just like on their back. and you know, your shoulders and stuff are going to sweat, or that's another area that can rub. So just think about that.
This one does sit off of you.
So it allows airflow.
It like sits this way kind of, and really the only thing that touches is down at the bottom, and then these things. So.
Yeah, so think about that. Anything that you carry, you know, try to have as little weight so you don't get rubbing, and then you know, just minimize that too. Yeah, because that's a.
All right, so I have a question we need your help out there, because this is Reagan's first trip and to Disney, and so can you tell us if there's a food item or something they should do, a ride or a place to visit or something like that, that we should definitely not miss? Like you'd say, your first trip, it'd be a shame if you didn't go to this. And so leave a comment down below that just says like what you would recommend as far as, you know, we're only going to the two parks we're going to are Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. So, and then obviously we can go to any of the resorts and stuff like that. But
I can barely wait.
Please help us so that we don't get back and go, oh, why didn't we do that?
Yeah, give Reagan some
idea. That's right.
You know, we think we know what everything, but then there's going to be somebody out there that knows, you know, something else that we don't know.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You are welcome. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited, and I can't wait till we can do a cheers in Disney. Yay! And smile and have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.